How you like that hairdo, Michael?
Nice lid, Andy.
Oh, man.
That will make him the sack leader for Iowa, his 4th of the year out of Wisconsin Stevens Point.
6 feet, 250. He's just happened to be wearing a jersey with a 44 on it instead of like a 64, Mike. Because he's a thug. He'll knock you down.
Iowa defense has been excellent against their opponents on 3rd down. Updated with tonight's game included, just 21% efficiency for their opponents on 3rd down plays. And there's Andy Chilcote. Now, see, now that's respectable.
Now,
Did he lose a bet or what? What
if I'm going to bet on anybody to be like a Butkus Award winner, he's the man.
That's it.
Look at him.
Terry Porter, former Portland Trail Blazer, played at Wisconsin Stevens Point. He's saying, Andy, don't do that to your head. You give the school a bad name.
No. Yeah, okay.
Now they're trying to identify who the tight end is on this play.
Set, go.
The play is on set, go.
Confusion, and they're going to call a timeout.
We can't do that. We can't do that. You're on. I said 8 wide. We can't do that because he's an ineligible receiver. You know what I mean? I said 8 wide, wing vertical. Well, otherwise, he'd be. We had enough time on the clock. Oh, it's all right. It's all right.
See, what happened is Kevin Carroll lined up on the wrong side, making his wide receiver ineligible. So good job by the quarterback there, Melander, taking the timeout. It's too critical a situation to get another
last
penalty.
timeout. We got to get at least a field goal on this.
Okay.
All right, tell Jamone to run a 91. I'll tell you what, come out of trips, wing loop, and run a 91. Or do you want to run a corner with the here, the number 61H corner wing, 63 wing corner.
Let's just go 63. Get the H on the out. Okay.
Now what I like there is Babe Pirelli gave his quarterback an option. And Melander said, what I want to do is run the out. I think we got that, get the yardage.
We have one time.
Confirmation between Scooter Melander and the official, R.G. Detillier.
First down, it's inbound, it'll be killed till the chains of death and crank up again.
Okay.
That there is 1 timeout remaining for the Sting.
Okay. Here we go. 8 wide, 83, first down, ready? 83. No.
They're looking to get a deep out route here and just get Ian Howfield in position for the field goal.
3rd and 16. There it is, but it is short of the yardage. The timeout is called. Football will be spotted near the midfield line. Harrington with the hit on Tillman.
So that puts the football on the 25. He'll be kicking from around the 31 or 2 plus 8. It'll be a 40-yard field goal. They're going to run the wide out deep and bring Tillman underneath, looking for the square out right there, but that's good coverage by Harrington. Nice job. So, Mike, depending on where they spot it here, we're looking at 25 plus 7 is 32. And you can see Howfield just put a piece of tape down. I like that. That's the old style. Howfield put a piece of tape, there it is, in between the 17 and 18-yard line. That's where he wants the ball spotted.
Howfield has already kicked 2 field goals in our contest from 29 yards out, and then a 48-yard field goal. He missed from 40, 43, and 47 last week. 40-yard field goal attempt. It's good. Ian Howfield has turned out to be the story of this first half for the Las Vegas Sting. 3 field goals off the right leg of Howfield, and Vegas goes into the locker room with the lead, 23-21. We welcome you back live to the Barn, Veterans Memorial Auditorium, Des Moines, Iowa, Las Vegas Sting. Thanks to the right leg of Ian Howfield, lead at the half, 23-21. Mike Goldberg back upstairs with Mike Mayock, and really you talked about it. Iowa had a chance in the second quarter to take control of this football game, but it did not work the way the Barnstormers would have liked it to.
Hey, they're up 21-10 at that point, and a big kickoff return by Jaycox, but what happens, penalty calls it back, and then 2 big mistakes by the quarterback Warner. And Nate Burchett take advantage of both of them. Now you can see the kickoff return right here. It looks like it's 21-10. It looks like the game's going to turn Iowa's way. We get a holding penalty, a push in the back, and instead of 1st and goal from the 8, all of a sudden they've got 1st and 10 from their own 4. And on the next play, Burchett steps in front, runs it in, and all of a sudden we got a football game.
Well, this Iowa team is a team that scored 74 points last week. They came out, had all kinds of guns going this week, scored points with frequency, but there have been 2 interceptions thrown by their quarterback, Kurt Warner. And in the Las Vegas locker room, I'm sure they are very pleased with the way they played defense in that second quarter. In fact, let's check in with the head coach of Las Vegas, Babe Parilli.
30 minutes, guys. 30 good minutes to get to the next level. We got to go one more level higher. Steve, suck it up. Come on. All right? Hey, this is it, man. This is for the playoffs. If we get this one, we're on our way. We got to win the next 3. We got to have this one, or we're done. Okay? All right, let's get it together. Okay? All right.
Generate power, George.
George, anything on defense?
On your ass, you got to do it. Let's go.
And a little bit more somber in the Iowa locker room of John Gregory, whose team had control of this game for a while.
Not a whole lot being said there, Michael.
Oh, you got that right. Well, I'll tell you what, the interesting thing, Babe Parilli, because he told us today, and he used the analogy, he said, tonight is our Arena Bowl. This is the biggest game of our season because we truly feel that we can win the last 3 games. But you got to start out here, and they've done a good job in the first 30 minutes.
I thought he did a great job providing a very succinct synopsis, and that was 30 minutes to the next level. And here's a guy that's been to 2 Super Bowls. He knows something about the next level.
Yeah, sure does, because I saw his ring today behind Joe Namath. Right now, he's behind his Las Vegas Sting, who defensively got the job done in the second quarter. 23-21 at the half. Field goals by Ian Howfield have given the Las Vegas Sting a 23-21 lead through 1 half of football here at the barn, and 2 key interceptions, one that was returned for a touchdown, one that stopped an Iowa drive, led to the fact of Vegas leading in this game.
Look at number 4. Nate Burchett does a great job reading the eyes of the quarterback, breaking on the football. That particular play right there, you see him touch out of bounds, saved 3 points, and you're going to see how feisty they get at the end of the play. The play's over, big hit right there, and we're going to see a pair of 95 squaring off.
Now, last week against Memphis, Las Vegas lost 38-30. They committed 3 turnovers. Tonight, they're winning the turnover battle. Quarterback comparison thus far, Melander 107 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions, and really that's the key. You've thrown 3 touchdowns, Kurt Warner, but you have been picked off twice.
Let's remember, we talked at the top of the show about how both are young quarterbacks, and consistency is the question with both of them. So far, Melander's done a great job. Warner's made the mistakes.
And the offensive specialist, Tillman of Las Vegas, and Jaycox just 2 receptions for 21 yards. Credit that number of 21 being so low to the defensive efforts of the Las Vegas Sting. And here at Veterans Memorial Auditorium, a ceremony taking place here at halftime honoring the veterans of war. And so a longer ceremony, as this is the home finale this year for the first-year expansion team, the Iowa Barnstormers. 2-3 in this building, 4-0 on the road, an overall record of 6-3. Honoring some World War II veterans tonight here in Des Moines, Iowa.
Now, this is just a great setting for a football game and really an event, an evening. It's a great tribute to the veterans of foreign wars. It's named Veteran Memorial Coliseum. They pack 11,000 in every week. It's kind of a neat tribute.
3rd consecutive sellout for the Iowa Barnstormers. Now, you mentioned a second ago about Kurt Warner being intercepted 2 times, and we said at the top of the show, Mike, that it's a very diligent zone defense that Las Vegas plays. A couple of weeks ago against San Jose, Kurt Warner was able to only put up 17 points against the zone defense. He told us he had learned to go against the zone, hasn't had success, at least in the second quarter.
A young quarterback is a learning experience every week. And in the lowest scoring arena game of the year, 50 points total, Iowa only scored 17. Remember, they averaged 51 a game. San Jose throws a zone at them. He reacted well the 2 weeks following. Tonight, what he's seeing is a mixture of man and zone from Las Vegas. And I think Babe Parilli and his defensive coordinators have done a great job setting up a game plan.
Las Vegas Sting coming off 2 straight losses at Miami and against Memphis that I mentioned earlier. And the loss to Miami is the one that really hurt Las Vegas. Miami had not won it all in the arena season at that point. They led the Hooters 24-10, and Miami came back to win 32-30. So that one definitely hurt the team in white, the road team tonight, the Las Vegas Sting.
On behalf of the entire Barnstormer organization and the management,
Iowa Barnstormers and Las Vegas, 2 games remaining each against Arizona, who is a struggling team right now, based at least on the upset last week, still the defending champions, and at Charlotte, a team that is beatable in the estimation of Babe Pirelli.
And Pirelli said at halftime, tonight's the beginning of our playoff drive. We win tonight, we win the other 2. We've got to win all 3.
At Albany, at Memphis, and that's the real key game for the homestanding Iowa Barnstormers, the season finale down at the Pyramid against the Memphis Pharaohs.
It might not be that important unless they win tonight, Michael. They're fighting for home field right now.
Well, the team that Las Vegas is trying to catch 3 games back in the standings just happens to be the SaberCats of San Jose. And they are our featured team against the Orlando Predators tomorrow from the Shark Tank, which I guess is now the SaberCat Tank for the summer. San Jose Arena, Steve Physiak, Doc Walker with the play-by-play call, midnight Eastern, 9 o'clock Pacific on ESPN.
And Todd Shell has that San Jose club playing extremely well. They're really doing a nice job.
There's our man, Andy Chilco. Another interesting sidebar story here at the barn is the artificial turf surface. This artificial turf surface here cost the Iowa football franchise $7,000. Now, Mike, usually the turf should cost you about $100,000.
At least.
Why was it only $7,000, partner? It was used.
And who used it, Mike? I'll let you finish.
All right, I was going to give it to you. The Kansas City Royals. This is part of the turf that was at Kauffman Stadium, home of the Kansas City Royals, before they went to natural grass.
And you know, I mean, just as a sidebar, I am so happy to see them go to natural grass. I mean, when it comes to baseball, for the most part, it's played outdoors in good weather. Hey, let's play on the natural stuff. I understand it inside, but outside, let's have some fun.
Iowa showing fiscal responsibility, saving $93,000. And the thing that I really love is one of the owners of the Iowa team owns a trucking company. So they got free freight coming down from Kansas City, too.
Why not? If you're going to take fiscal responsibility all the way to the end, you might as well get the trucker in and let's go.
And in a league with a salary cap of just about $250,000 a year, $240,000, that $93,000 will go a long way to paying a lot of players, especially for a first-year team. Not sure how the marketplace is going to react, but I'll tell you what, it's been a wonderful season for John Gregory and the Iowa Barnstormers here in their new home of Des Moines. And they are called the Iowa Barnstormers because truly they feel like they are this state's team.
You know, the other guy that's a character is the other head coach, Babe Pirelli. He was a #1 draft pick in 1952 coming out of Kentucky. And Michael, he signed his first contract. He said he held out. He wanted the big money. Held out for $15,000 in year 1. And as you can see right below, Drew Bledsoe, a couple years into the league, just signed for $42 million over 7 years. Not bad. I got to tell you, I signed my first pro contract with the Steelers in 1981, 10th round pick for $33,000.
But the league minimum was 30, so you thought they liked you.
Hey, I thought I had a heck of a deal. 33. I was buying that night.
Mike Black to get it started in the second half. Played by Maison. Maison in traffic, met at the 9-yard line by big number 65. And that is Dave Bush.
Ron Moran got a piece of him too, who's their special teams maniac.
That's the proper term, I think.
All right, come on, key block, you guys. Here we go. Two switch, wing loop, fake fullback, toss right, fullback at 4, on one. Ready?
The 30 minutes to the next level has begun for Las Vegas. From the 9-yard line, 1st and 10. Jamon Smith in motion. Hand off to Sam Hernandez. He fumbles the football again, but it was ruled down before the football squirted free. Big Sam having trouble holding on to the pigskin.
Let's remember, Sam is usually a tight end or down lineman. He's not used to being in the fullback position. There's some timing problems here. You know, on the replay, I'd like to see. Let's see if the ball comes loose early. I think there's a strip right there. There's a football. That's a fumble. Now, it was picked up by Vegas, but that's a bad call.
Vegas got a break.
Go!
Now work at 2nd and 7. Olander near side, pardon me, far side. Driven out of bounds was Jamone Smith by Leonard Conley.
And you know what I like, Mike, is the concern with Melander was consistency. He's coming into his own right now. He looked front side, didn't like what he saw, had the poise to take his time and come backside.
H loop, 91 rip. On one. Ready?
Another sellout. Nearly 11,000 fans here at the Barn. Veterans Memorial Auditorium. Mike Goldberg, Mike Mayock. Friday night arena football on ESPN2. 3rd and 4 for Melander. Complete. Tillman just has to scamper his way to the end zone. He'll hurry, get there. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Not only do they convert on 3rd down against a very diligent defensive unit of Iowa who's been good at that this year, but they put more points on the board.
If you're a defensive back and you're going to cut in front of the receiver, you better get a piece of the football. And Leonard Conley makes a huge mistake. Misses the football, no tackle, and you're giving up an easy 6. That is football 101, and you don't ever make the break on the ball like that unless you're going to get a piece of it.
35-yard touchdown reception for Darrell Tillman. Halfield should feel like this point after is very easy.
Nothing's easy with those goalposts.
All right, I didn't jinx him. He gets the point after. Vegas comes out and holds that momentum that they gained at the end of the first half. They now lead by 8 on the touchdown by Darrell Tillman. Tonight's Arena Football League game is brought to you by Kellogg's with good taste, nutrition, and value. The best to you each morning from Kellogg's. And by Firestone Retailers. Come in now for the Indy Race Sale. Some of the local flavor to arena football here in Des Moines, Iowa. And, you know, I said it right at the top of the show. Here in this state, one thing they love is the game of football. That's the most important thing. The second most important thing is football, I think, last time I checked. Good Midwest fans out to support their team who is in trouble right now. Willis Jaycox on the return, though, has room. He's pushed out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The homestanding fans need to see Iowa come back and gain a little momentum. Meantime, as we talk about Vegas playing so well, we take a look at the Western Division standings of the American Conference, and there's the San Jose SaberCats featured on ESPN tomorrow night against the Predators of Orlando at 6-3. The defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers at 5-4. Vegas hoping tonight they can go to 4-6. The real key, Mike, is 8 of the 13 teams in the Arena Football League make it to the postseason.
And don't forget, if Vegas wins tonight, they control their own destiny because they play Arizona, the team ahead of them, next week.
Go!
Time runs out. Play not able to be gotten off by Kurt Warner. And really everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong in about the last 10 minutes of football time for the Iowa Barnstormers.
13 offense, 3-yard penalty. Repeat the down, 1st down.
I'm very interested to see how that man right there, Kurt Warner, comes back from some adversity in the first half.
Test motion. 80, fake hip screen. On one, ready?
Fake hip screen. I think we're going to see that quick little thing again, and they might try and go deep here.
From their own 11. Lots of time. Intercepted by Maison. Flag on the play. Maison had great coverage on Willis Jaycox. But Iowa's going to get a break.
Iowa needs a break. Kurt Warner's throwing the football up when he should not. Mazzone's all over now. It's the fake screen. They're trying to get something up deep, and now they're going to run the deep route with the cross. Watch Mazzone break on the football. That's what separates defensive backs, an ability to break on the football, and Rodney Mazzone does a great job right there.
Rodney Maison out of UNLV. He actually played professional baseball in the Mets organization, was a free safety for the Rebels during his collegiate football days. So it will be 1st and 10 after they traded penalties. Jaycox on the ground. Goes to the far side. He's hit at the 21-yard line after a gain of about 6 yards.
Back to the basics.
Yep.
Just a moment ago, I said, how's Warner going to react? And he threw an interception on the next play. I think what they're trying to do is to get some down and distance situations to take the pressure off him.
I think I'm sorry, Michael. I think they also want to get 85 involved in the game. Willis Jaycox just 2 receptions on the night.
You got to climb on his shoulders pretty soon.
Jaycox lines up on the far side as his Minnesota counterpart Murray goes in motion. Exchange, gather, Murray, reception. Gets a block from Jaycox and gets the first down yardage and more down to the 16 of Las Vegas. Ryan Murray on the reception.
You know, this is a very fortuitous drive right here. They got the break on the interception with the penalty, and this time, watch the exchange. The Bush and the quarterback, nice job keeping his composure, completing the pass to Murray. Remember, he's working with 2 new centers tonight.
First down for the Stormers on the Sting, 6-3.
From the Sting, 16-yard line. Jaycox, they fake the running play. Now Warner goes end zone incomplete.
Pass intended for Young, incomplete.
He had Steve Clark, the defensive tackle, beat on contain, who once again tackled the motion man.
Just run it. Let's go with, let's go with 80, no, text right, 87. Here we go. We go text right, S motion, 80, 87, on one, ready? 8 route, 8.
There's the big fella, Steve Clark, 6'4", 280.
Second down play. Warner. Jaycox again can't hold on to the football.
You know, I hate to keep count because Willis Jaycox is one of the best receivers in this league, but that's his 3rd drop pass tonight. Warner finds a nice job, hits a little pass in the seam of the zone. You got to catch that football. No excuse. We're not seeing vintage Jaycox tonight.
Jaycox played at Saskatchewan for the head coach John Gregory, and when arena football became a possibility, Willis Jaycox was playing on a national championship flag football team. 3rd down play, almost intercepted. They were looking the way of Jaycox. Tillman got a hand on the football. Continuing the story for Willis Jaycox, he was in Minneapolis with Ryan Murray playing flag football, but not just your everyday flag football as he shows his emotions, but playing on a team, Mike, that won a national championship.
He and Ryan Murray were on the same team in Minneapolis. Not only did they win their league, but they advanced to regionals and then finals, won the whole thing. And that was the first phone call Coach Gregory made taking over this club was to Willis Jaycox. But Mike, I hate to say it.
Continuing action foul, number 85 offense. 8-yard penalty from the previous spot. 4th down.
That's frustration. Willis Jaycox is a veteran. He knows better. He got right in the face of the ref, and they threw the foul on him. This is not Willis Jaycox's best night.
Flatten it. Well, then run a 7. Just got to come underneath him.
A slight difference of opinion, would you say, Mike?
39-yard field goal attempt for Mike Black. Now they're hanging on the foot of Mike Black, and this Iowa team not used to having trouble scoring this season.
Frustration has set in. Warner's frustrated, Jaycox is frustrated, and it's evident the way they're talking to each other.
Black's kick is up, and it is good. Well, that might help their emotions a bit. Mike Black connects on the 39-yard field goal. Iowa has pulled to within. Finally, after a drought that lasted at the end of the 2nd quarter and midway through the 3rd quarter, Iowa gets some points on the scoreboard, makes it 30-24, trying to electrify this sellout crowd in the home finale for the Iowa Barnstormers.
I'm impressed with Melander so far. He's done a great job taking what he can get. He hasn't panicked at all, and I think he's a real key for the rest of the evening. They've got a 6-point lead, which, as you know, Mike, is nothing in the arena football.
16 is nothing. Either's 26 with this much time. Maison got a couple of blockers. Good defensive play made by number 83, Chris Spencer, with a special teams tackle. There is a flag on the play.
Too much laundry on the turf tonight, Michael.
Yeah, a lot more than we've seen in our couple of weeks the last couple of weeks of games we've done, Mike.
That was a late call thrown by the side judge.
Offside, number 91 of the kickers. Holding 99 of the return team. We have a 3 and an 8 yard penalty situation. We ignore the 3 yard penalty. We'll go half the distance from the end of the run. First down.
Mike, you got your abacus?
No, I forgot it.
Watch the hold right here towards the end of the play. They're holding Sandri right there, and that's a takedown in any sport. He grabbed the letters, fell down, and pulled him right on top.
I got my fingers on, about to take off my socks though, so I can make it up to at least 20.
That's two heavyweights. Sandri and Clark.
From deep in their own zone, Smith hangs on to the football. Good reception by Jamone Smith with his man number 81, Todd Harrington, draped over his back.
Harrington did a nice job breaking on the football, but Smith did an even better job holding on to it.
He talked about Jamone Smith earlier in the football game. He has really emerged, and one thing he's done, improved his hands. And we saw evidence of it right there.
Yeah, they really like him. They like his size and his quickness.
Good numbers for Scooter Melander.
The one I like is the one that wasn't shown. No interception.
Yep. 2nd and 7 after the 3 yard gain. Melander has Tillman. Tillman gets past the DB. He works his way deep into the zone. Still on his feet. Brought down at the 11 yard line. Defensive back committed again. And it was a costly play because Tillman turns it into a big gain.
Same play as the last series. This time it's Todd Harrington cutting in front, trying to make the big play. Watch 81. Makes the break in front. You can't do that. That's the same thing Conley did on the last series. And Mike, when they get in films tomorrow, I guarantee you they're going to get an earful. You don't ever make that break unless you're going to get the football.
31 yard gain on the reception by Darrell Tillman. Almost 100 yards in the air tonight. Now the pitch to Michael Coates. Not Sam Hernandez, Michael Coates lining up in the fullback position.
It's a good substitution. You're having trouble with Hernandez in the backfield. You come back with Coates, who's more of a natural fullback.
Coates also a 4-year linebacker under Gary Gibbs at Oklahoma.
Come on, guys. Let's go. 3 wide change. S cross vertical. Toss left to S at 9 on set go. Set go. Ready?
Did you get all that, Mike?
Let's go. Let's go.
We're going to cross over and throw it towards the end zone. And look for a touchdown.
Set go.
Instead, the pitch to Jai Hill. Hill works his way inside the 5 yard line. That play looks a little bit like the one that Iowa runs to Willis Jaycox.
And that's an awful lot of verbiage for toss sweep. Back when the Packers ran, it was like power right, toss sweep. Now what happens here is Hill starts at all the way from the corner, goes in motion. Here comes toss sweep. Fullback 41, Coates in front with the key block on the seal. And now Hill just turns into a running back. Turn the head up, get to the boards. Good job.
3rd and 1. They do not need to cross the plane to the end zone. Melander wants a timeout to talk about it. 3rd and 1 play forthcoming after the timeout. We'll take the break with the Las Vegas Sting knocking on the door here in Iowa. 5:23 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Scooter Melander just said a moment ago, we picked it up on